Hey guys, Coach Hunter here. Today we're going to be talking about some stuff that's like a little out there, okay? We're talking about the techniques, or some techniques popularized by David Leduc. It's L-E-D-U-C, sorry. L-E-D-U-C. David Leduc is the current champion of Lethwei. Lethwei is the Cambodian and Burmese version of Muay Thai. Okay, it's pretty badass. Guys still fight in a lot of cases with either very small gloves or their hands wrapped in just like rope, essentially. It's pretty badass. One thing that's interesting about Lethwei is that they allow headbutts. And David Leduc is a Canadian who has really gone in and systematized using headbutts in fighting. But that's not what we're going to talk about today. Instead, we're going to use some of his techniques that I think are also really interesting that are universal for striking, okay? Because headbutting is obviously not allowed in all combat sports, except Lethwei, okay? That said, it's very effective. So we'll be talking about his headbutts later, another day. But let's get into it, guys. So something that we used to do a lot in Jeet Kune Do is a back fist type technique. So we talked about the spinning back fist a few weeks ago, okay? Now this is a non-spinning version and it can be very effective. There's a lot of ways to use it. We'll get into a couple today. So let's start off with not a fist at all, a foot, okay? We're gonna start with a side kick. Why a side kick? Because it's a good setup for our technique here, okay? I'll show it from a couple angles. Let me just move my clothes out of the way here. Should have seen that. Anyway.
It's probably fine.
It's fine. So guys, let's start with my...
The lower the production quality, the higher the views, Hunter.
That's a thumbs up, can't tell. So I'm gonna start off by swinging my leg through and coming into my side kick, okay? You do it from either stance, so show a southpaw here, on the same side. My leg's just gonna come up. It stays relatively straight, okay? I'm just gonna extend my hips as I come forward, spring off my rear leg. Okay, through. From this side, orthodox. Okay, and southpaw. Cool. So side kick's a great technique, great way to enter, great way to protect your range. Not what we're focusing on. Instead, we're going to be using the side kick to set up our back fist. Okay? So when I swing this through, this motion of my body turning is turning my shoulders and hips all the way through. Okay? So you can see them now. Now you can't see my front. Okay? And a lot of times people, their hands come down because a very common way to defend the back fist or the side kick or the teep, any kind of technique like that is to parry downward. Your hands come down, they parry, right? So we're gonna kind of count on that, all right? So my leg comes through, let me step through, come into my back fist. So from this side. My leg swings up, my hips and shoulders turn, but instead of committing to this kick, I'm gonna step down, come into my back fist. It doesn't seem like you produce a ton of power, but you really can because your hips are turning. I'll show up in the front here without the bag. My hips and shoulders are turning all the way through as I step down and get that whole whip. Okay, so it's like a big pimp slap type movement, right? No, it's Bellingham MMA. Does not encourage pimping. Anyway, so that's my disclaimer. Okay, coming through. So that sudden back fist, and you're probably not gonna knock someone out with that. But what's neat about it is that it is a strange angle to get attacked with. It's unexpected, okay? It's hard to see coming. Another way I like to use the back fist is I'll throw a jab because there's a feeler. And this is more of the Jeet Kune Do approach that I learned, okay? You throw this feeler jab. Your head kind of rolls back, your elbow comes through, and then step in, coming straight downward. It's that straight down the center angle for the hand is unusual. Most attacks don't come from straight forward, straight on, downward onto you. So it's an odd angle and it's a weird looking strike to get hit with. Okay? So come in with the fake jab here. Okay? So. Yeah. So once again, definitely none of these shots. I mean, the side back fist that David LeDuc does has a fair amount of power. You can probably hurt someone with that. But most of the time what you're really looking to do is set up the next shot, the next real power shot, right? Coming through, however one I'm using, coming in, get it set up for the real shot, okay? So guys, try it out, see what works for you. Just play with it in the air. One, right? You won't have the same feedback of knowing how hard you're hitting, but that's where we're all at right now if you don't have a partner of a heavy bag. So stay safe, guys, stay healthy, and I'll see you on the mats. Like and subscribe our videos.